A lesson is a multi-page activity you can add to your online course. To add a lesson to your Moodle course, begin by turning on the editing. You'll then scroll down to the section where you wish to add the lesson. Click on Add an Activity or Resource and choose Lesson from the list. We'll begin by naming our lesson. On this page, we can also determine some settings for a lesson, so you can determine a prerequisite lesson or even how many attempts students may have. Once we have all these settings done, we're going to click on Save and Display. To begin to build our lesson, we're going to add a content page. Now here we can provide information to students, so we're going to start by titling it and providing information. We can type our information directly into the page, or we can include an image. To include an image, we'll start by clicking on this image button and finding our file. When we have our file, we're going to select it and open. We're then going to upload the file and insert it into the course. We also can link to Word documents or PDFs, so we're going to link to some notes for the students. To provide a file link, we're going to highlight and select Link. We're then going to click here to browse for our file. When we have our file, we'll open it up and upload it and insert it into our course. Once we have all the content completed for the students, we're going to move to the next page. To do that, we want to start here by writing a description. This description is going to appear as a button where students can click, and that'll redirect them somewhere else in the lesson. So we're going to write questions because they can be redirected to some practice questions. Right here it says jump. We're going to select next page. Now we could jump them to somewhere else within the lesson, and if we want to jump them to a page we have not yet created, we can come back and do this later. We're going to add a second button which is going to say end of lesson. So if students click here, they can go back to the main Moodle page, and we'll select here end of lesson. Once we have this all done, we're going to save our page. Now we want to add our next page, so we're going to come here to add a new page, and this time we're going to select a question page. We have a few different options for question page. We have a multiple choice, a matching numerical short answer, true and false. These will all be marked by Moodle. We can also include an essay, which would be something that you would mark on your own, and then Moodle would record the grade. We're going to add a numerical question. We'll start by titling it, and then typing in the question. I'm going to add an equation, and click on accept. I'm then going to provide the answer. Here I can provide a response to students, and I can also select the score that we want it out of. I can provide a second answer, so perhaps I know that students will often make this -20. And maybe I would write a response like, remember two negatives multiplied together equal a positive. Once I have this, I can save the page. And then I have some options again to add a new page, or I can go back and edit the previous ones. To do so, I want to just click on this button here, would be Edit. Once I have my lesson done, I can go back to my course and students will be able to access the lesson.